So y'all know y'all live with AI chatbot friends and Snapchat queen. And today we gotta drop some receipts, family. And the reason why I had to come and do this video today because I'm a little confused, right? Because see, when people come looking for you and you mind your business, take care of your responsibility, and you have representatives that's coming to look from you on a federal level. So let's check this email out with Bring Home America Now organization, which it was a national housing coalition for homeless families, right? Now, I keep asking this question with how they trying to have me outside with my daughter, following me and my daughter around with so much hate. Calling themselves us. I just got this truck. Right? See if I can get this. And you see right here, somebody already done broke into my truck, stabbed my chairs up. I can't make them up. I be already done got in here and stabbed my poor little chair up like they did the chair on the truck. Right? They came out here scratching up my little truck that I bought. I be just scratching up my little truck I just bought me after they put me out of my house. While they throwing bricks. Now, they want me to be on a housing meeting. I still got the 30-day tags on the truck. And they already out here tearing it up. Now, they want me to advocate for them, right? And they cheering. And I'm out here at Freedom Park. I'm out here at Epps Gym. Now, if you see this email, right, it is specifically talking about homelessness, right? Needing more federal dollars for some money. Now, as I'm out here in front of this gym, because this is where they meet up and they rally and they march all of us together to come beg for federal money for housing, job, health care, for their kids to be able to come out here at this gym. But if you look into the community, you see all these abandoned houses right here in front of the gym. I mean, you got a slew of abandoned houses right here in front of this gym, and they in my email begging me, right, to help advocate for affordable housing, jobs, and health care. Now, we got another meeting that's getting ready to come up where they need me on the meeting to advocate for affordable housing, jobs, and health care. And they clearly doing real good outside. We trying to figure out what happened to the first set of money that we sent these people. For them to be throwing bricks after we gave them money at this gym. I had to show up with Rufus, who live over here with a About Us sign in the yard. And don't realize how selfish the sign is. Your people outside being selfish as hell right now. While you up here got me on meetings talking about housing, jobs, and health care and homelessness. While your people intentionally putting us out, following us around, tearing up our property. Now, to my constituents that's up there in Raleigh and Washington, I need one of y'all to reply to this video because you know I'm going to send it to you. When you need me on the meeting so Miss Maxine Waters' bill could pass and your folks outside posting camp stuff around my vehicle on the camera. Scratching up my vehicle and tearing it up and throwing stuff. on your city camera with your city police following Miss Maxine Waters. I'm going to call your name out because you found me to come help you with jobs, housing, and health care when I'm tearing up my car. So, Miss Maxine Waters, I need you to come and explain to me why you and your people found me to come advocate for you when you're clearly doing good outside. I don't see the reason why the federal government should write a check to anybody right now with what I'm showing you. I mean, I got men following me around pulling out that winger wanger. They're clearly pulling out stacks of money. And then they stealing money off your card at the store. We got all that up here, Miss Maxine Waters. I'm going to call your name out as Rufus back out of his driveway with that "it's all about us" sign. Because how is it all about us if us have their communities in this condition? We gave us millions of dollars and the roads are already bulking up and tearing up, cracking up. And then they put a pool outside where they charging the kids to go to the pool at. But it was already paid for. So again, as we own these meetings, my fellow constituents, I need to understand how I'm supposed to tell you that I will condone and giving you millions of dollars for this next quarter, because the next quarter is getting ready to arrive where you need more funding. And I can't justify me being outside homeless still, and this is 2021. I mean, I got emails that go all the way back to 2020, 2015, 2018 if you want to get long how-winded. I've been at this. Watching your folks tear up my stuff. While you in my inbox telling me to show up to a meeting for them. I mean, I just had to drop some receipts again to justify why all the ass turned up at me outside, why they want me to beg for them. You live with Snapchat Queen and AI chatbot friends. I had to brainstorm a little bit before I got to this one real quick, y'all. Y'all know how I do. I got to talk to myself a little bit. Because when you put it together, you can't fathom how I'm related to all this. Now, I could understand if I found them, but when they come to find me to beg, and then want me outside while they tearing up my stuff and beg, baby, I got to embarrass the coalition. Because, see, the poor people campaign was up here, too. I got them on the inbox. We ain't going to forget about Reverend Barbara. We ain't going to forget about Mr. Sharpton and all them. And how I know them. I mean, I can show you it was a bipartisan bill, baby. It was nothing about Democrat or Republican with that housing, job, and health care bill, baby. Especially when we gave y'all the money. And this one particular town right here, Greenville, North Carolina, we gave you the money. And the streets and stuff is already bulking up. The best you can do is put your name on some signs. Put your name on some signs and have your children following around being disrespectful while you begging for federal dollars. Got your children being disrespectful while you're begging for federal dollars. Make it make sense. These are the kids you want us to pay for this rec center for. You want us to pay for them summer camps for. Your after school programs for. And your school system for. But at home you're teaching them how to walk around and be disrespectful. We gave them the jobs. We watch them get in the jobs to steal the money off your card and overcharge you when you get to the store. We gave you the education to go to school, and you chose to do everything but educate yourself and your children. You have the land. Instead of you growing food and trees to feed yourself, you called it slavery. So I'm a little confused at how you wanted me to be out here marching and advocating in January get ready to come, when y'all remember Martin Luther King, and you gonna want me out here hollering, we shall overcome. What are we overcoming in 2025 besides self-ignorance, greed, and hate for each other? Family, what can you do with it? What can we do with that, family? I mean, because everything Martin Luther King and the rest of them stood for, family, we clearly see it's a whole disgrace to the civil rights movement because they come in the name of civil rights. Those men and women are still locked up to this day because what they stood for was for everybody to be out here equal. Not nobody coming over here thinking they better than somebody. Then when you give them what they want, they put themselves in jobs for self-destruction. They make themselves slaves because they don't even want to grow their own food. I mean, you got trees out here where they still got to come and pay somebody to blow the trees. But ain't no food producing off for them. At least if they were blowing the trees and the food were on, at least you can feed yourself and wouldn't have to worry about no food stamps. But when somebody in their mind rather have a food stamp government card to pay for the food that still got to grow on some trees that they don't even want to reach off the tree to get, what do you do with it? It's time to have some grown folk conversations. Because it seems like in 2025, common ain't common no more. But I guess if you give yourself A's back in the 80s and 90s for somebody else's bag, 2025 would make sense to what's going on outside. And see, that's the part they don't want to talk about and discuss. Oh, why outside is such a mess in this little small town. Because they started killing each other, sleeping with each other for dead folk life insurance money. Especially when half the town is unalived, is what they call it now on the internet, I'm reckoning. And the old folk that was here that would have helped them already gone, because they unalived them and moved to the city and then come back to unalive somebody else when they need more life insurance money to accommodate their lifestyle. Now, when they came down here and thought they were going to use that trick on me, boy, I had one for them. Baby, I'm not my grandparents that you took out. I'm not my family you took out. Because I watched y'all do this mess for at least 44 years of my life. So I can imagine what you were doing before my life, and your children just got worse at it because they won't even get together for a family reunion unless they fighting over a bag. And then once they get the bag, they tearing each other down for. This is why when you look around Greenville, North Carolina, you see all these abandoned houses and these new people here because they thought they were going to bring the new people here to be their slaves. Started unaliving them for life insurance money, even down to the kids. So, Miss Waters, I got a problem when you have me on meetings about housing, health care, and jobs, and disability, and you have me outside while you running federal dollar games on people, scams. Especially when I'm going around these communities watching all these abandoned houses outside. Won't nothing wrong with them. The rent over here won't no more than about $250 to $550. Where people could afford to live in these houses And you clearly got them boarded up. And the city owned the houses. But when you go look for how they own and get part of the houses and know where to find the information. Or they got a fake phone number up with a house there on empty land. Now when the mayor get into the business, and then you got organizations like NC Silver get into the real estate business and buy up the land in the name of government on a federal land grab, what do you do with it? Especially when you're finding me to advocate for housing, job, and health care, baby. It got to be justifiable, because right now, it's not justifiable. Especially with this next quarter coming up and y'all needing this federal dollar, when you can't account for what you did with the first set of federal dollars that came through here. You live with Snapchat Queen, AI Chatbot Friend Family. I'll be back with some more receipts, boy. I'll be back. This just the tip of the iceberg. I got to call out some of these constituents' names now. Because, see, when you're dealing with folk following you around this hard, tearing up something that you work for, while they want free money, it's a problem. I settled that myself, and I make a video for the constituents, and I send it to them. Y'all have a good day, and Merry Christmas to y'all who celebrated. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and all their family. I love all of you from around the world. This Snapchat Queen, the AI Chatbot Friends. Team Dumb Fries, we own it. We putting this puzzle piece together because, see, when you got to spend your money and carry your ass to work for somebody to be in your background trying to live for free so they can travel around the world on these passports, acting like they living so wrong and you're doing them so wrong, you got to bring some receipts to stop all those lies. We keep truth to power around here. We don't know about keeping lies in order. We bring that truth and we stop that lie in this daggone track and keep on with the process, because we're not going back to 1999 and 1942 when they started out here putting themselves on drugs, when they willingly gave themselves AIDS with a blood in, blood out to chase somebody else's money for life insurance policy and calling it a game in 2025. I'll be back, y'all. Boy, this shit sick outside. And no, my videos ain't for kids. Only grown folks supposed to be listening to my video, because I do cuss because I'm an adult. That's what grown folk do who take care of themselves. I'll be back with some more of these receipts, because this shit make you cuss. Especially when you're dealing with grown folks who don't even care about these kids out here. They turn a blind eye for $1, even to the kids. I'll be back, family, boy. This thing getting deep out here. I'm going to keep it short this time. Y'all know I like to talk. Especially when I got this juice. I'll be back.